Emma had always dreamed of owning a historic home. When she found a Victorian house at an incredible price, she couldn't resist. It was beautiful but isolated, sitting at the edge of a quiet town. Friends warned her about buying such an old house. They have their secrets, they said. But Emma dismissed the warnings. On her first night, Emma was exhausted from unpacking. The house was quiet, save for the occasional groan of the floorboards. As she drifted off, a faint scratching noise woke her. It was coming from above, soft but steady. Probably rats in the attic, she muttered. The next morning, Emma decided to investigate. The attic door was a small wooden hatch at the top of a narrow staircase. She pulled it open, and a wave of cold, musty air greeted her. Flashlight in hand, she climbed up. The attic was cluttered with forgotten belongings, old trunks, broken furniture, and boxes covered in cobwebs. The air was thick with dust, making her cough. As her flashlight swept across the room, it landed on a tall, draped object in the corner. Emma hesitated but walked toward it. She pulled back the sheet to reveal a full-length mirror. Its frame was ornate and gilded with intricate carvings that seemed to twist and writhe in the dim light. The glass was slightly fogged, but she could see her reflection. Something about the mirror unsettled her. It felt like it didn't belong. Shaking off the feeling, Emma left the attic, telling herself she'd sort through it later. That night, as Emma lay in bed, the scratching noise returned. This time, it was louder, accompanied by a faint thudding, as if something heavy was being dragged. She turned on her bedside lamp and sat up, listening. The sound seemed to be coming directly from the attic. Heart pounding, she grabbed her flashlight and climbed the stairs. As she opened the attic door, the noises stopped. The room was deathly quiet. She shone her flashlight around, her breath visible in the sudden chill. Then she saw it. The mirror was no longer in the corner. It now stood in the center of the room. Emma froze, her skin prickling. She moved closer, her flashlight beam trembling. In the mirror, her reflection stared back, but something was wrong. Her reflection wasn't holding a flashlight. She stepped back, and the reflection smiled. Emma wasn't smiling. The reflection raised its hand, waving at her. Emma's hands remained at her sides. Her knees buckled, and she stumbled back, trying to process what she was seeing. Suddenly, the attic door slammed shut. Emma screamed, running to pull it open, but it wouldn't budge. Behind her, the whispers began. Low at first, then louder, overlapping and echoing, until they filled the room. She turned back to the mirror. Her reflection was stepping forward, pressing its hand against the glass. The surface rippled like water as the figure pushed through. Emma dropped her flashlight, plunging the room into darkness. The whispers stopped, and there was only silence. The next day, a realtor arrived to inspect the house. The owner hadn't responded to calls, so they assumed she'd left. Everything seemed normal, except for the attic. Upstairs, the mirror stood tall, its glass clean and smooth. But if you looked closely, you might see a shadow moving just behind the surface, and if you listened long enough, you might hear faint whispers calling your name. And that was Emma's story. Subscribe if you liked this video. Thanks for watching.